have the green. Okay, green means good. Okay, let's put this over here. Let's make sure that the stream is working. We're on Twitch, that's good. Can I double check that YouTube is working? It is unlisted. Okay, let's fix that. That won't work. Are we live on? Okay, we have the Twitch one. Yes, that's on thumbnail. Why did it? Okay. Can I edit this? Okay, we are editing that, we are fixing it, and we are going good. Can I make that like the default thumbnail? Can I switch it? I don't know. Anyway, we are here with more of Z.A.T.O or Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. Yeah. We have Iridis up here, and we have her new friend, Marina. Yeah, because Marina, because I thought it was Maria at first, but that is not correct. It was Marina. I look into the world. A world where everyone is kind to me. A world where every sight I see is beautiful. An unjust, lovely world. Its kindness is misguided on a scale I can't even fathom. But calling it or not. Okay, I'm sure we're not at the beginning. Return. But calling it misguided is an insult to the universe itself. What do I know about what's worthy and what isn't? Audio is balanced good? I think so. At most, I'm a conceited gnat. I shouldn't even try to understand the whats and the whys. The only thing I have the right to do, the only reasonable thing for me to do, is to say thank you. So I will do just that. I'll say it. I'll say it as many times as it takes to get my feelings across. In other words, I'll say it endlessly. Thank you, 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 thank you. Okay, we're going now. Thank you. I'm not gonna say all these. It's not enough. My life is finite, and so is my gratitude. It will never be enough, even if I keep living until our dying sun swallows the earth. It's a promise I will never fulfill, so I'll retract it. I apologize. I need to try a different approach. The number of gratitudes I can express will always be finite and meager. But what if the gratitude itself becomes infinite? An expression of endless gratitude. Is that possible? Does it sound right? I can repeat my thanks for as long as I live, like a pulsar emitting wave after wave of electromagnetic radiation. Yes, just like that. A pulsar's radiation travels endlessly inside a vacuum. Mine should be able to do the same. How are you going to have your thanks travel endlessly inside a vacuum? Are you in a vacuum? And even if you were, how would it travel endlessly? Because if the universe is finite, then is it really traveling endlessly? But that also, is the universe infinite and only the visible universe is finite, and if the visible universe keeps expanding as our horizon of that visibleness expands, maybe that would make sense. But right now my signals keep getting buried under the 10,000 kilometers of our planet's atmosphere. Is she gonna try going to space? What game did I sign up for? I don't know. I have never known. That's why this is fun. For 2 weeks, you disappeared under the weight of over 5 quadrillion tons of air. That's a lot of air. Well, not as much as the travel straight up. I'm not good enough at math to do the numbers. I mean, you're citing a lot of numbers. I feel like you're better at math than you give yourself credit for. Although I know my signal isn't strong enough. So then, what can I do? I could become an astronaut and fire off my message from orbit. Okay, that's what I thought she was planning. That is what she was planning. I don't have anything that takes me to an astronaut. Okay, yes, fair point. Neither do I. I just think about a plan a couple years ago. That's a different story. The next best thing would be to send a strong radio signal from the surface. But sending a transmission powerful enough to break through Earth's atmosphere requires equipment that's way out of my reach. It's in the same realm of possibility of me actually traveling to space. But then, what other options are there? How can I broadcast persevere? Right. Is it obvious? No. Of course, it's so much like me to rely on others. It's so much like me to look for external means of getting what I want. The answer is right there, right in front of my nose. The answer is in my reflection, staring at me from the bathroom mirror. Okay, I was going to go with a little bit unhinged voice there, but I think that was not unhinged enough. Me. It's all about me. I am my own parabolic antenna. The strength of my signal is decided by my own level of gratitude. It's a matter of my resolve. It's a matter of admiration. It's a matter of dedication. It's a signal to me. If my signal is unable to pierce the sky, that's a personal feeling of mine. That's something I'm responsible for fixing. Can I do that? I can. Naturally I can. At any point made against that will be an excuse. I just need to work hard. I need to work so hard that I will feel so much more grateful. I need to overflow with adoration. I need to overflow with reverence. I need to overflow with love. If I fail to do that, my voice will never make it to the cosmos. And then, I think I'm going to turn down the audio of the game a little bit because I think it's a bit too loud. And then when I'm so overwhelmed with grace that I could die, I'll get up to the highest point atop the sea level that I'm able to reach. I'll climb up high and I will look into the sky and I will angle myself just so the trajectory is just right. Then I will start my most powerful transmission to date. I will scream thank you and I love you so loud that all the people in the radius of 3,000 kilometers will feel it in their hearts, their bones and muscles. And their TV signals and radios will break, and the next day the whole world will report a radio signal of unprecedented strings blasting from the communism peak. Okay, yes, we're definitely in Russia. Although, maybe Mount Everest is more realistic. If I remember right, Jack climbed it when he was in university. At least he had a pin from there tucked away in one of his drawers. Maybe I should ask him about it. No, better not. He's tired after work. I should go to my room. Tomorrow's a weekend, so I can stay up late. It is the weekend, I can stay up late. That's why I'm streaming. I don't need to do my homework today either. Yes, exactly. That's why weekends are good. I have the whole evening to myself. I will rest. And starting tomorrow, I'll work harder than ever before. I love this world with everything I've got. Okay. Okay, we're back at the cafe, I think. The world is as bright as a sunless day allows. The air is clear and soft despite the cold. The statue on the main square shines in silver. I've already made my rounds around the city. It's been a wonderful time, as usual. I've seen all there is to see. I've admired all there is to admire. Is what I would say if I were a liar. I travel south towards the single place I've been neglecting. It's easy to avoid since it's right on the edge of the long residential street. The car repair shop. There's nothing special about it at all, aside from the fact that the owner's son is a classmate of mine. So what's my problem with it? I suppose you could call it pettiness. Ever since that one incident, I've been avoiding this spot like the plague. But it was never the shop's fault. It's poor luck, out of my own overreaction. If I want to achieve my goal, I need to get over it and over myself and face it. That's right. I'm sticking to it. I'm sending my message to the universe. Of course, there are requirements I have to meet. I need to take in a process of beauty the whole entire world to achieve the right signal strength. If I can't find the beauty in everything this town has to offer, how can I ever grasp the grandeur of the planet, let alone the universe? I'm well familiar with every other part of Varkuta 5. So excluding one area just because of an old show gone wrong is just unfair. I'm sorry, car repair shop. I'll fix my mistake. Is that, Vadim? I momentarily freeze up, then scoot behind a corner. Just now. Was it Garin? Is Garin Vadim? It's Garin at least. Garin is Garin. Was it Garin walking down the side of the road? I peek out just to check. That's right. He's marching quickly, hands in his pockets. A couple times he turns around as if to make sure he's not being followed. Huh? I wait until he is a good distance away before I come out of my hiding. I'd rather not encounter him after what happened yesterday. Yes. He's never been this crude with me before. I mean, there are plenty of people on the street, so maybe I'm being overly cautious. But better safe than sorry, right? The road ends. There's the workshop. It's bathed in pure white light, almost as if it's glowing, inviting me in. I take a look around and don't see anyone, just cold and empty cars, some crates stacked by the building, concrete slabs. The snow keeps flowing, softly flowing from the hills. It's quiet. I take a peek through one of the windows, but the only thing I see is my reflection. They fixed it then. Is there really nobody inside? It's not like I particularly wanted to enter, but I thought that might be the best way to go about it. Have a quick glance, see how normal everything is, then leave. Nice and simple. It looks like they're closed today, though. I'm certain they worked on Sundays, too. I should just check the schedule at the door. There! I scratched that metal plate. Let's see. Monday, okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wait, why is Saturday there twice? Is that a typo? Is that real? Huh? Okay, yeah, I think that's a typo. That or the weird science they're doing is to make there 2 Saturdays per week. Because if there's 2 Saturdays per week, then you get 8 days a week, and that means you can be more productive, and that's how the Russians are going to win the space race, or whatever thing they're doing at whatever time period this is. Sunday, just past 12. I knock on the door, then give it a tug. It won't budge. I give another tug, then a push. That's strange. Maybe it's not the time yet? When if not today? Would the universe really hold me back like that? No. Let's not jump to such conclusions. The mechanics are probably on a lunch break. Of course. Though I don't believe they had it listed. Did I miss that? Monday, Tuesday. Is that the same? 9 to 12? Or 9 to 20? Yeah. No lunch break. So it's not me being inattentive. Then why? Oh, maybe some sort of holiday today? I'm bad at keeping track of things like that. Still, shouldn't there be a notice or... Wait. I look over the metal plate again. Wait, it's different. Why is it different? What is going on? It's weird. Why is weird? Why is the Monday and the Saturday is still the Saturday? Is that like a translation thing, or is she going crazy? But why are they only be open for 2? That's not the important thing here. Was it different between the second and first? So 9 to 20, 10 to 18. 9 to 20, 10 to 18. Okay, so it was the same. Is everything else the same, or is there a difference? Is there a difference? No? Okay. Huh? That's not a time. Okay, we're going this direction. What else is different? Okay, so... Wait. Okay, that's more logical. Is she dreaming? That would make sense. Monday, Tuesday. Wait, that's the Saturday. That's not how you spell Thursday. That's also not how you spell whatever day that's supposed to be. Was the days different before? Yeah, they have Saturday there. Okay, that was different. So I missed that. I missed Wednesday becoming Saturday. That doesn't seem like... What? I rub my eyes intensely. Yes, as would I. Did I not get enough sleep? I don't think you did. I'm just not seeing straight. I should have read so much before I went to bed. I need to focus. 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 Okay. Monday. No, wait, that's the wrong text. Saturday. Wait, water day. Okay, we have Monday, Tuesday, water day, Thursday, Saturday. Wait, is that supposed to be the infinite sign, or is that no? That's just a different text. Everything else is like okay. Other than that, like the 9 to 20, that's normal. 8:01 to 19. Okay, we just got that a little bit late on Saturday. This is fun, huh? Mat to sat 190 to 18 17 wait, what, that 1700 to 35 nothing. Are we gonna, is this gonna turn into horror, or is she just losing her mind in the 2 extra zeros? I don't. Sat 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10. Okay. Sun closed indefinitely. They got Sunday. Why does? It's okay. I got it. I know what this is. I shut my eyes. Yes, okay, we're on the same page. If I'm gonna have weird dreams tonight, I've seen these things before. I come in my apartment door. Yeah, like when I try looking at clocks, when I try reading anything in the dreams, they don't make sense, or they stop making sense, or they're like not flexible, or they are flexible. Yeah, okay. Rotary dials. What year is it? I'm writing to my school because the number 8. Yeah. I need to firmly close my eyes. I need to understand that this isn't real. Then when my eyes open, I'll be in my room. I'll see the morning light beaming through the window, projecting a bright square onto the wall. Wait, no, she won't, because as there's no morning light, because there's no sun, because hey, Waffle Co. So this game is going insane. So we're looking at the times the shop is open. So it started off normal, like they went like Monday through Sunday, except the Sunday was wrong and said Saturday. I don't know if that's a. Did the notification not work? Yeah, so we started off. I don't know if they meant like there's a typo here when it should have been Sunday, but they said Saturday, but we never comment on that. And then we keep looking, and then the times become weird, and then the times become weirder, and then we have the days become weirder. And now we have the times not making any sense, and now it's down indefinitely. And so now we think we're sleeping and we're dreaming. And so we're going to wake up and everything will be fine, and the sun will be back even though it's winter and there's no sun. It'll be a soft hue, pink and blue. Is that really the hue she'll see? So many texts. Yeah, so many texts. I open. What is she opening? Monday. Okay, normal. Tuesday, 9 to 20. Okay, normal. I hope. Yes, waffles are very good. Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. Friday, normal. Saturday, 10 to 8. Okay, good. Sunday. Oh, we have Sunday. What the heck? Okay, Sunday is broken. Sunday is not. Sunday is Soya's face. Is. I did not. Is this a horror game? Did I sign up for a horror game? Did we both sign up for horror games today without meaning to? I see. That's what it is. What the heck? You came at the right time or the wrong time. I don't know. Also, is today's Soya's face is happy, angry, sad. What? This game is broken. I'm broken. What? I stumble back. What is this? What's going on? My vision's clear. I look around. It's all the same. Is this a prank? There's no one here. Is this a prank? It's a prank. Garner's played Garn. Yes, it's him. It's on the way. When I see he was nervous walking, he was looking around because he good thing. Oh, wow, this is quite a prank. So how did you tell me? How did you? I wonder how you did this, Garn. Please tell me. It's not. I can't figure out. You must be very smart. You must read to this amazing. You really helped me out to redeem. Yes. So what does the Russian say? Is it like auto shop or something? Today I set out to fall deeper than before. To fall deeper. Why is she falling in love? I thought, is she in love with Vadim now? I thought she'd be in love with Ira and maybe the other girl. Right now I'm so full of love I feel like I'm gonna vomit. I don't think that's how love normally works. I don't think any of this is how love works. I'm so grateful. My fingers won't stop shaking. Thank you, Vadim. I won't forget this till the day I die. When I look in the mirror, I saw the what's there? We have numbers? We have numbers. We have despair. We have, okay, that's the space. Distortion. Denial. I'm not sure how that love. I'm not sure that's how love. Yeah, I'm not an expert in romance or love, but this I don't think is love. The window still won't let me peek inside. It's way too bright. All I see is my own silhouette. The snowfall is neither harsh nor light because there's no snowfall, only snow. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If there's no snow, there's no snowfall, then it's not hard. Then it would be like very light or extremely light. No, I misunderstood. Who said I can't peer inside? That's me. That's me behind the glass. I'm looking in and looking out at the same time. I'm looking in and looking out the window. I see. What do you see, Asa? What do you see from inside a sealed body shop? The same thing you see from outside, Asa. The same blue sky, the same infinity, the same unfashionable coat. Oh, what was that? That's jam signal C. What? It smells of oil. The air is so thick I feel like I'm choking. Ah. Ah. It feels like I have grit under my nails. My hands are cold. It's dark. Am I covered in dirt? Everything's lined up with sour dust, as if the void sticks to my skin and coats the inside of my mouth and lungs. It's almost enough to make me puke. Come take his to when that he did McKee. What are they saying? Are they addressing me? Do they know I'm here? Are they laughing? The voices have become completely unintelligible, like everything else here. The wall between us is becoming thicker by the second. I have to cry out to them. Maybe this time. Nothing comes out. Or does it? It's like my words collapse against the wall before they reach them. A wall. That's right, it's a dark metal wall, a closed door, a lock firmly shut. I've been banging against it, yelling, all to no avail. My body is too soft. My words are too weak. My outline is too blurry. Of course I can't break through. I'm no more than a shadow, a dirty, dusty, grimy shadow that reeks of petroleum and sweat. Why is a shadow afraid of the dark? A raindrop shouldn't fear the ocean. A fragment shouldn't fear the whole. Perhaps I didn't know it was a shadow. It lived too long to think it was something so much more solid. It believed the notion of agency existed in its world. What a naive little shadow that was. The time has come for it to face the truth. The blurry shadow slimps down head against the wall. The voices are a muffled mess, but there's no need to pay it any mind. Soon the shadow won't have the ears to hear them with. Soon the shadow won't have to concern itself with anything. The smell of oil is sharp, but soon there won't be anything to smell it. The floor is cold, but soon there won't be anything to touch it. The pain is piercing, but soon there won't be anything to feel it. It's a good deal, isn't it? The shadow doesn't resist anymore. The void opens its maw. Get out. Huh? What? My head tilts upward. A clear voice. So clear it's like the words are spoken right into my ear. Who? Vadim? I spin around. Is she on the inside? A window! Was it always there? Pale light seeps through the frost. The thin glass barrier is impossibly far. But maybe I can. No, I have to. I stumble and grope my way through the darkness. My hand strikes against something cold and heavy. What's that? Metal? A tool? Doesn't matter. Something to grab onto. She's lost. She's losing it. The weight steadies me. Oh, this thing sure is hefty. Wait, is she sick with the same thing Ira was? Is she now going insane because Ira is? That would make sense. Or maybe I'm just out of shape. No, that's not true. I do have a shape. My body has a steady form. Of course it does, because my hand is firmly clasped around the wrench. I feel its temperature, weight, and texture. It's there. I'm there. My arm rises. If this doesn't work, it's going to be really embarrassing. Embarrassing? Who cares? You either do or you don't. It's as simple as that. That's right. It's that simple. My arm swings down. You. Who are? It's me. It said Asa before. Do we have anything else? Yeah, so that is the... Okay, so I don't... So is me and Asa two different characters? Who are you? Sa? Jam signal C end. So is the jamming ending? When did the jamming start? We don't see it. It's not in the log. The jamming isn't in the log. The jamming's not recorded. What does that mean? Is she back to normal? Are the times school? Why are we in school? It's Sunday. Did she fall asleep at school and that was all a dream? Marina? Man, the constant darkness making me depressed. Alright, just December 22nd. Okay, I think it was December like 20th or 21st before, so okay, we're moving forward. Hey, it's this time of year. Is it that bad? It's not like there's no light at all. You call that light? It's a dingy mist all afternoon. I feel like I got shoved into a smokestack. Could you go crazy for vitamin D deficiency? If so, then maybe she needs more vitamin D. I don't think so. And, okay. Personally, I found it rather nice. Everything looks so gentle. It just makes me all moody. The guys make fun of me for that. Can you imagine? Ain't it normal to feel down when you're not getting any sun? I've heard it's pretty common, yes. You look like a sad little flower. Exactly! You're so right. I'm a gentle rose freezing to death. I waste away, no photosynthesis, no water, no nothing. There. You'll get your sunlight soon. Not until the end of winter, I won't. Doesn't winter like end in March? Anyway, I wonder how we haven't run into you yesterday. I thought we'd see you by the library or something. Oh, I just went to the outskirts. It's really, serene out there. Serene, you say? Yes, it's a little dim right now, but it's very beautiful too. I never thought of going there this time of year. Bit too cold for walks, you know? Yeah, I understand. But hey, maybe I'm missing something. Like the season's charm and all. Duh. Hey, maybe I'll tag along sometime. I could use a change of scenery. Ah, that would be great. Please do, whenever. Yay! Then count me in. You know, our recent hangout's been kinda sucky. Oh, not with you, my friends. Some of them have these stupid curfews now. Half of us had to be home by 7. 7! Can you believe that? Oh, wow. Why now? Parents are worried because the air being gone. I mean, I get it, but it's been 4 days. Yeah. No news on your end, I figure? Nothing. Marina's face darkens. She sighs. The adults organized a search party this weekend. Maybe you've heard? No, my dad was home. Mom too. I see. Well, my brother went. And? She shakes her head. As expected. If the search party found anything, it would already be the talk of the town. It's comforting in a way. They found Yara's body after so long. I'd rather not think about it. You know what I've been thinking? That she left the city? No. She has to be at someone's place. Of course, the possibility also crossed my mind. But all the arguments in its favor seemed either too morbid or far-fetched. Do you mean she was kidnapped? I don't know. She could be staying on her own accord. But where would that be? I can't think of anyone in the area would trust that much. Well, there's the two of us for starters. Huh? We're the last two people that saw her, right? Who's to say one of us ain't guilty? But we weren't that close. Indira, she's not in my apartment. How do I know if you're telling the truth? Marina? I don't like this joke. Sorry, I'm just speaking from the point of view of the investigation. Ask me the same thing and I'll stumble the same way. The only way to prove my innocence would be a house search. What if you're actually in Osa's house the whole time and Osa's hiding that from us? I kinda have a theory on what might be going on. You do? Yep. It's more of a hunch, but the more I think about it... Marina looks around. I don't like whispering about this stuff at school, though. You know what? How about I call you later? Oh, like in the evening? Yeah. Can I have your number? Yes, of course. I pulled out the scrap of paper and scratched the digits into it with a dull pencil. Thanks. I have some plans before that, so I'll dial you as soon as I'm back. Won't be too late with everyone getting dragged home at baby hours. Does that sound good? Sure. I'm going to the library anyway. Have fun out there. Huh, I'll sure try. You have an, enriching experience? I will, thanks. Marina runs off. Man, now I have to wait till evening to find out. I wanted to wind down a little after school, but now I'll be all restless. Well, maybe not. I haven't visited the library in a long while. Maybe that's why I've been so stressed in the past months. It's always nice and quiet there. I'm sure it'll help me relax. Something's gonna happen so she can't relax. Either she'll run into Garan or Ira, or the library will explode. Or the library will be broken, like the body shop. Hey, Shubina. Hey. Do we, have no homework? Your notebook's empty. No, we did. I'm pretty sure. Well, where is it? Nowhere. I didn't do it. The surprise hum rolls through their whole group. That's okay. I'm also a little shocked. Oh. Is someone getting rebellious? No, that just slipped my mind. Ah, classic. Right. Take some time off for yourself is great and all, but you gotta come up with a better excuse. I'm serious, though. Really? Yeah. Well, that's good. It would be pretty selfish of you to start ditching homework altogether. Huh? We all rely on you, you know. Yeah, you're the best. You're so smart. What would we do without you? Haha. Do that? The people need you, Shubina. Okay. We'll forgive you this time, but don't get used to it. Anyway. Lakin. What? Pass the notes. The Russian ones? No, Japanese. You're supposed to be smart, aren't you? Okay, there. I really did forget. After yesterday's prank... Prank? My head was all over the place. Really, school is the last thing on my mind. How is that a prank? Although that does remind me. I turned towards the boys who were preoccupied with copying Lakin's homework. Vadim? He clicks his tongue. You see I'm busy? Yes, but shut up. He beautifully against. If you want something, ask me later. Okay. The bell rings right as Garan finishes his notes, so I didn't get a chance to ask him. Not until the lesson ends. At least the teacher doesn't check my homework. She's used to me always having it prepared. I feel like I've just abused someone's trust a little. After the lesson is done, I catch up to Garan in the hallway. What? I wanted to ask you. About yesterday. Yesterday? His face twitches. He looks back at his friends. What are you talking about? I saw you on the street, so... What's this about? It's whatever. You go on ahead, guys. Alright, see ya. Garan turns towards me. Before I can understand what's going on, I feel my high side hitting the wall. Ow! What did you see? He dragged me, more like threw me behind the nearest corner. What did you see, Shubina? What do you want? I saw you walking from there, so I know. I know you did that. The prank. What? The prank at the car repair. I just wanted to know how you managed to do that. And also how you knew... What? What prank? What are you on about? I know you did that! Don't pretend. I saw you walking, looking guilty. It's okay, I think it's a pretty funny prank. I mean, I'd rather you didn't prank me like that anymore, but I've never seen anything like it. How did you do that? It was like a magic trick. Magic? Shabina, are you high? What do you think I did? Change the schedule. They went in the door of the car repair shop. I saw it. Why would I do that? Come on, Vadim. I know it's just one of your jokes. If you don't want me to, I won't tell anyone. It's just that it's pretty obvious. I just want to understand how you knew about that. I am so confused. Garin takes a step back, looking me up and down. Did you have a weird dream or something? No. Why can't you just answer me? He sighs and runs a hand through his hair. I know you don't get out much, but stores change their working hours all the time. It's freaking normal. No, not like that. It's not about the hours. I want to know, how did you know I'd be going there? How do you know about Soya? He stares at me as if he's so confused. As if he doesn't get it. But I know he does. He's just pretending not to for some reason. Garen's afraid he'll get in trouble for messing with the metal plate. Of course. That has to be it. He really didn't think this one through, did he? Okay, I don't know what happened, but you're talking nonsense. He turns away. Thanks for wasting my time, I guess. He's leaving. He's going back to the hallway. No, he can't go! Wait! I grab onto his sleeve, but he shakes me off. Get off me! I said I have no clue what you're babbling on about. But Soyas... I don't know. I don't know any Soyas. He walks off hastily as if I were contagious. Why? What if she is contagious? This doesn't make sense. Garen has never had any issues admitting to a prank. Didn't he take pride in pulling them off? So if he's managed something so elaborate, shouldn't he brag about it to the boys? Why is he so dead set on playing dumb? It sure seemed like he had something in mind when I mentioned seeing him from across the street. So it's not like I made anything up. Even if he's scared of being charged for defacing the timetable, he's going to bid overboard with the whole oblivious act, isn't he? No. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. I'm being too cynical. I'm expecting too little of this kind, beautiful world. Garen might not be thinking about himself at all. I didn't even consider this possibility. But what if what he's feeling isn't fear? What if it's regret? It's never happened before. He's never been one to show remorse, and why should he? It's just all harmless games. But maybe he realized that yesterday was a little too much. So when you saw how scared I got, he chose not to tell anyone. He thought it'd be better to act like it never happened. Just like those boys did. Of course he never apologized. There's nothing to apologize for. But not gloating about it. For Garen, it's as good as saying sorry. Garen, it must have taken so much from you. Is that why you looked nervous? You were already down on yourself, regretting your actions as you fled the crime scene. I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were feeling right away. I didn't get why you denied it all so fervently. But it's okay. I see it now. I didn't hear that conversation with Marina. That's a false statement. But if I pretend it's true, if I don't do anything with that information, if I don't change the way I see either of them, then it becomes reality. It cannot be objectively disproven. Nothing happened in the car repair shop. If both me and Garen believe that, if both of us act like that is the truth, it'll become just that. That's incredible. I never would have thought he'd do something like that. I didn't know he understood such things. I'm still not sure how he learned about Soya saving me, or how he knew I'd go there again. Okay, I forget what the incident was with Soya. I'm sure he's heard about the incident, but no, I suppose stuff like that is not important anymore. You've offered me the option to undo what happened yesterday. It's very special coming from someone like you, and I appreciate the sentiment. I won't refuse. Thank you for that, Vadim. Thank you so much. The town library. It feels like it's been ages since I last visited here. Objectively, it's very small. My mind involuntarily compares it to the Lenin Library in Moscow. I was so blown away by its sheer size during our 6th grade field trip. In contrast, this tiny reading hall borders on being claustrophobic. Its walls are the same shade of green as a school cafeteria or the corridor of a children's clinic. And yet, I still feel right at home. The book section isn't huge, and I've read through pretty much everything I was interested in multiple times. But it's a quality over quantity kind of thing. We have some wonderful editions of the classics. I've heard most small-town libraries get low-quality prints, so I suppose that's where our closed-town privilege comes in. I wonder if the same applies to cinema. I'm too shy to watch movies all alone, so I don't know a lot about the local lineup. I should ask Marina about that. That's her real name. Asienka? Asienka? Long time no see. Where have you been, sweetheart? Oh, hello, Lilia Ivanova. I'm sorry I've been going out more. Ah, that's lovely. Don't apologize. I was said, a young girl like you shouldn't spend all her days cramped up in here. But I like being cramped up in here. I missed it. Lilia Ivanova. No, I'm having trouble saying this name. Ivanova. Ivanovna. Ivanova smiles. She's a librarian. It's not like we're particularly close. We exchange some pleasantries whenever I come by, so I didn't expect her to be happy to see me again. I suppose she doesn't get too many visitors. I feel a pang of guilt deep in my chest. Actually, do you have Angelique by Anne Golan? Oh dear, I'm afraid we don't. But you know, my daughter used to love those books a lot. I'll ask her if I could lend you a few volumes. Oh, you don't have to. Please, it's no trouble at all. You're a sweet girl, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Thank you so much. Of course. Oh, gee. Now I feel even worse for not stopping by. Next time I'll bring Lilia Ivanovna a box of chocolates. I browse the shelves. It's a bit of a shame I can't see what Angelique's all about. But I'm not really in the mood for something like that, if I'm being honest. I want to read something familiar, something easy, something like 100 Years Ahead by Kurbolchev. I feel like there's context here I don't get, so I'm going to look that one up. Years Ahead by Kurbolchev. Okay. Oh, it's a science fiction book, a children's science fiction book. Okay. Oh, we got a movie in 2024. Huh. Okay, that's cool. Perfect. I sit in my usual spot. It's probably embarrassing to read children's book at my age, but I don't want something heavy today. I don't want anything sad. I've read this one so many times before. If I were caught by Nazis and the only way to live was to recite a passage from this book, I'd probably survive. Why would the Nazis want that? Listen, it's a hypothetical situation. All right, there's this. Okay, so this takes place 2025. Okay, that's good to know. I know what year it is. Which means. So it's the 22nd. That would be okay. Yeah. So on the 2025 calendar, so 22nd is a Monday. That makes sense. Okay, good. See, that's why it's good to look things up. Everyone really liked it. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm glad more people saw the story, but that's not how I imagined the stuff from the book at all. Another annoying thing, now I just keep imagining the movie version as I read. Crap. I need to keep the way I've always pictured it in my mind. I need to really focus. My concentration increases with each flip of the page. I need to keep the futuristic tech in mind. I need to keep the future world in mind. I need to keep the present world in mind. I need to keep the aliens in mind. I need to keep the Milophone in mind. I need to keep everyone's face in mind. I need to keep Werther's face in mind. I need to keep Kolya's face in mind. I need to keep Alice's face in mind. I need to keep Soya's face. Soya? I need to keep her face in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Oh no, she going crazy again. Is the book going to change in front of her like the times? God, doesn't help me relax at all. I shut the book and slumped down on the table. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to read this. It wasn't something I wouldn't need to think too hard about. Oh, it's no biggie. The kids section has plenty of other stuff. I get up and to go grab something else. A fairy tale will do. Okay, what's this one? Morozko? It's going to do strange things with my heart sister. Bing is going to wonder why I'm searching Russian literature. Okay, Father Frost. This is a really good edition. Something about it always fascinated me in a way I found hard to place. Perhaps it was the tone. The folk version had a more morbid ending compared to the published story. That's how it often is with fairy tales, with this retelling. Something about it has always felt off to me, even when I read through it as a little kid. It felt like the text was covering up something I shouldn't see. Is this going to be scary again? Are you warm, my lass? I am Morozko. Mashenka responded, shivering. Morozko leaned in lower, cracking and clicking. I really think that children like being scared. Even when there's no reason to, they'll try their hardest to come up with one. You can stare at a beautiful book illustration and refuse to trust it. You can read a short and sweet cautionary tale and imagine something horrific. Are you warm, my lass? Are you warm, my beauty? I am, Morozko, Mackenzie responded, teeth chattering from the cold. The frost grew stronger. The girl's cheeks burned bright red. She breathed white mist. Her fingers barely moved. Are we all thrill seekers as children? Maybe it's the simple survival instinct. Always prepare yourself for the worst. Always imagine a scary face staring from the dark. Always think twice about what hides behind a smile. Are you warm, my lass? Are you warm, my beauty? Are you warm, my dear? Oh, sweet warm Morozko, the girl responded, her voice growing silent. No, that doesn't sound right. What a depressing life it'd be if we always had to scare ourselves into experiencing its best moments. At least I'm not like that anymore. I don't imagine scary things where there all are none, because I know the world better than that. I know there's way more to love than there is to despair or fear. It's not some impulsive emotional choice. No, it's the only rational conclusion to everything. Then Morozko took pity on the girl. He wrapped Mashenka in a heavy fur coat, covered her in a blanket of snow, and warmed her up. Right. I'm flipping through one stunning picture to another. So it's far more enjoyable than the original. The folktale is predictable, so simple and crude, it's underwhelming. The good girl respects the rules of the ritual and lives. The bad girl breaks the rules and rides back to her mother as a frozen corpse. It's an interesting piece of folklore, but the idea of it, I'm not sure what a modern kid can glean from that. Maybe Gordon was right. I'm getting rebellious. Although, if you look at Morozko, the entity, as if he were the extension of the universe's will, oh, I think I'm getting it. The real meaning. Of course, that's what it is. Morozko is the natural order. It's the will of the world. Yes, you may fear it. You can find yourself in a situation where any positive feeling towards it may seem impossible. But you must gather all your strength to love it still. And then, you will surely be rewarded. Yes. How have I never noticed it before? It's been beating me over the head all along. Now I see. In that sense, it's an incredible story. In that sense, every child across the world has got to read it. I looked down at a page I'd never seen before. It's Morozko and Mashenka, and every other character's face smiling wide, looking right at me. I did it. I got the message. The lesson you've been trying to get through to me all these years. I finally understood it. This is my little celebration. This is my acknowledgement. Today I've realized something very good and important. I stare at the page, this never before seen page, and I'm filled with gratitude. I know that's just for me and my eyes only. Nobody in the world but me has seen these. Why wouldn't anyone else have seen those smiles? What an incredible honor. I'm such a lucky girl. Goodbye, Lilia Ivanova. Oh, goodbye, Elsa. Stay safe. Of course I'll be safe. Because I've got this amazing blessing, this acknowledgement on my side. I'll be okay no matter what. Things are not going to be okay no matter what. Is this Marina? Hello? They have a rotary phone even though it's 2025. Hello? Evening! I hear Marina's teary voice on the other end of the phone. Good evening, Marina. You're late. Huh? What do you mean? It's basically 8. It's a quarter past. Maybe I should have been the one to call. Sorry, it wasn't where we are on a timer. Being a little late is fashionable, you know? I'm not very fashionable. Well, you can always change that. And be late? For starters, you can also make your hair all wild. Ever seen Natsia from my class? She has like this crazy perm. I don't know how to do that. Also, I think my dad would kill me. You go to a salon for it. I kind of want to get one. Let's say I'd look stupid, but what does he know? That guy dresses like a total schlub. Isn't she worried he could hear? Okay, so that is her brother. Oh, right. How was your library trip? Oh, well, it's a library trip. It was good. Come on, at least try to make it sound interesting. Well, I'm kidding. You don't have to. It was enlightening. Perhaps everything I believed until today was wrong. But the me you're speaking to right now is a much wiser and braver person than before. I don't know if I'd agree with that. That trip was pivotal. It was monumental. Whoa. Alright then, that's what I'm talking about. Never underestimate the quiet types, they say. How was your hangout? Neither pivotal nor monumental, I'm afraid. Sat at the cafe, looked at some magazines, got the new Snake. You read that one? Oh no, I read, The Young Naturalist. And Coster. That does sound like you. What's that supposed to mean? Ah, sorry. Didn't mean it in a bad way. But I mean, aren't you curious about something more, grown up? I read grown-up stuff all the time. Oh yeah, like what? Books? Dad's newspapers? Mom's magazines? Oh, so mature. Well, what mature stuff do you read, Marina? The good stuff. Ravenesque, Work Shift, Fashion of the Socialist Republics? How's the last one mature? You know what, Asuka? I gotta lend you some of those. You'll love them. I don't know. I'm not really into... No, I'm serious. You're gonna love Work Shift. They had this crazy story about a drug dealer in last month. You have to check it out. There's one about a foreign prostitute or something a couple issues ago, too. I'll look for it. Those do sound really interesting. Alright. I'm not sure my dad will like me reading that, though. That's, well, we can read them together. Really? Yeah, I'll bring you some this week. Okay. To be quite honest, I've been curious about this publication for a while. Last year I even bought myself an issue of Rovesnick. I read all of it in one sitting. But then Dad found out and, well, it wasn't worth it. I guess I could buy the issues and read through them right away. Then I could throw them away, but that sounds really wasteful. Maybe I could donate them to the library? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Although if Marina will share her magazine with me, I might as well save my allowance. Right, so let's get back on topic. The reason I called you? Yes, there's a long pause on the other end of the phone. Almost as if Marina was bracing herself. Remember our talk about Era's condition? Of course. Well, here's the thing. I told you how Era can get into these states where she isn't quite there. Usually she could snap out of those. It took some time, maybe a couple of minutes, maybe even hours, but she got over it. And as time went on, it would grew more and more difficult. The treatment helped. The pills acted as stabilizers, so it was like the pits in her mind became more shallow. They still formed, but they became easier to manage, easier to climb from. And when Yara stopped taking them, it was like being dropped right in the middle of a canyon. Marina paused. The way she spoke almost... The way she spoke sounded as if she had to force out every word, made more worse by the muffled receiver. And that's just half the problem. There's more. When you stay in that state for too long, you begin to deteriorate. Huh? The human brain isn't made to handle that sort of stress. So as a result, our consciousness, our higher functions start to decay. In other words, we gradually lose what makes us human. I don't know if it's irreversible, but from all I've heard, that's how it is. I feel a cold lump in my throat. Higher functions deteriorating? Losing what makes us human? Just what kind of illness is that? When we saw Era that day, it seemed like she'd been out of it for hours, so there's a high chance that she didn't snap out of it soon after her consciousness began to fall apart. But here's the thing. She couldn't have run off in such a state. Finding a place to hide would also be extremely difficult. She wouldn't be capable of coming up with a covert hiding spot. At least not anything that multiple search parties would manage to overlook. So what do you think she did? She went home. You know how walking home can kind of feel like autopilot? It's not something you need to actively think about. So even if Era became completely dazed, it's very possible she still found her way home. Although it must have taken her a while. So when did they search out her home then? I don't get it. She was declared missing that same evening. If she came back, why would they file the report? I think they really did believe she disappeared. I told you it could have taken her a very long time. Hours even. Era's mind was in tangles. She likely had no clue how long it took. So what you're saying is Era's parents filed a missing report when she didn't come home as usual. It was probably late at night. Yeah, the report was filed somewhere after 2300. Then after they already called the police, Era returned. Yep. So why wouldn't they call off the report? She sighs. Well, that's the nasty part. Huh? Let's say Era showed up a couple hours later. At 1, maybe 2, something like that. Consider the state that she would be in by that point. But wouldn't that be more reason to call the police to say we found her, but she needs help? Though I guess if they know about her condition and they don't want the type of help they ever tried getting her. Consider how Era kept her condition secret. How she avoided both her home and public places. For all we know is her parents' first time seeing her like that. Yeah, which would mean that they would be more likely to call for help. And if it was in that extreme of a state, head hanging low, blabbering nonsense, legs unstable, well, at first they probably thought she was drunk or high. They screamed at her, they demanded to know what she was doing, where, with whom. But then they'd stop. They realized something was wrong. Maybe they feel it in their gut. Something about the way she slumped against the chair, the way she kept muttering nonsense, or the way that her eyes seemed both glazed over and alert at the same time. It had to be unsettling. Oh, more like really freaking scary, so they might have panicked. Panic? Well, maybe that's the wrong word. They tried to be rational. A panic kind of rational. Do you remember our talk at the cafe? Yes. The family has a reputation to uphold. Whatever remains of it, at least. The daughter's already the problem child. The difficult, the unstable along in the bunch. What do you think people would say to her coming home looking like she shot up God knows what substance? Or better yet, return way past midnight, mumbling like a lunatic. You're not saying that. I'm saying that it would be inconvenient. It would exacerbate every problem the family already had. So in their minds, the best short-term solution would be to wait it out. Wait for Era to come down from whatever drug she was on. They would announce that she returned only when she's presentable. But if she never came down, they probably thought she'd be okay by morning. But if not, well, then wouldn't they take Era to the hospital? I doubt they would. They wouldn't want the public to see her in such a state. And Era's mother's a nurse. She'd probably try to handle it by herself. But wouldn't they say that she was sick or something? Why keep the report? She still came home under suspicious circumstances. Perhaps they thought it'd be better to come up with something first. They thought they'd let her recover and declare she's back, but before they knew it, a couple days have already passed. Calling off a report so quick like that'd be pretty embarrassing, you know? That's still... This all sounds a little far-fetched, but also... I can't deny the possibility. I don't know Era's parents personally, but even I'm aware how dire their reputation is. Would they really go this far to protect it? Are people really capable of things like that? Crap. Crap indeed. But if everything is like you said it is, and Era still doesn't come down, that means... Yes. Her condition is only getting worse. We have to do something. I look around. The TV is still playing in the living room. For a couple seconds I stare at the door, holding my breath. Asa? You good there? Yes. Yes, sorry. It's okay. I just need to be quieter. Oh, I see. But yeah, I agree. I tried calling the place before, but it's either no response or one for parents, so that's useless. I also thought we could ask Z.A.T.O, but we gotta skip school for that. Why? He goes to kindergarten. The only time we could talk to him alone would be when the kids are let out to play. But that would overlap with our lessons. I can't really skip. That's fine, I can. Really? Sure. Love will get a call, but it's no biggie. If he says, yeah, I'll go there. Still, there's no guarantee that asking will work. So I'd like to go to Era's place, see how things are with my own eyes. Yeah, I think that would be smart. But I think it might work better if I'm not alone. You want me to tag along? If you don't mind, we can meet up after our classes end. You have how many lessons? 5. Okay, great. 12:30 at the gate then. You in? Of course I'm in. Awesome, then I'll see you there? Yes, see you. Oh, wait. Can I write your number down as well? Yeah, of course. I mark it down on the notepad I've been doodling in. I feel like that number is going to be important. Now you can annoy my brother all you want. I never. I'm just joshing. Good night, Asa. Good night. Beep. The handset gently clicks against the cradle. I'm home again. The clock is softly ticking from the hallway. The TV continues to mutter from the living room. I look down at the shapes I've scribbled absentmindedly during our conversation. The cross-hatching got really dense in parts. I don't remember focusing that much. I don't think I was meaning to draw anything. I don't think I was yet. What is this going to be something scary again? When I look at the shape more closely, when it's getting its dark, blurry outline, my eyes glide over its hunchback, then down the wave of hair, then deeper, closer towards where its face is meant to be. The shadows surrounding it are much too heavy. There's just one thing my mind can parse. 2 things. I smile as Era's frightened eyes are locked with mine. I miss you. I really, really miss you. Alright, I'm going to save here. The teacher's droning on about some historical battle by the blackboard. I can't force myself to listen. The only thing that matters right now is what Marina and I have set out to do. So it's the 23rd, so Tuesday. As soon as the last bell rings, I rush out of the classroom, down the corridor, down the stairs, down another corridor, then to the cloakroom, then outside. A wave of cold hits my defenseless face. I hastily tie the scarf that I've left hanging loosely from my neck. Asa! Marina's waving at me from the gate. I start running towards her, but... Pep. Bye, German spy. Some kid managed to snipe me with a snowball. I wobble, feeling chunks of it falling and melting in my hair. Oh, that was one heck of a shot. Wow, nice throw. Okay, maybe don't praise it. I mean, who do you think you are aiming at ladies like that? Ladies? What ladies? She's with a spy. Get her. Huh? A barrage of snowballs flies at Marina, though unlike me, she successfully covers her head. No, Danya, I'll tell your moms. They don't like you anyway. Also, let's go. Grab my hand. Yes, let's. We run across the yard, our poor sides catching the blunt of the artillery file. Geez, where did they learn to throw like that? Honestly, it's pretty amazing. You must be great at Lapta. Do children play Lapta anymore? What's Lapta? Lapta. Okay, so similar to baseball. What? Stupid kids. When I get Marina huffs, slapping snow off her battery coat. I do the same until a rather unpleasant laugh sounds nearby. Nice running, you hens. Huh? Garen walks through the schoolyard desk completely unfazed. Marina grits her teeth. Fatigue. Hey, you there. Why are you firing at him, huh? Oh yeah, why aren't you guys? Say it loud and clear. 'Cause you're our boss. Oh no. Heard that? What? Are you like their nanny? Their boss. Clean your ears. Boss, what does that mean? We have a contract going is what I mean. A mutually beneficial agreement. Capitalist pig. Also, let's report him. Contract? It's simple. I let them see some of my hotties card deck. In exchange, they give you two a little workout every time you cross the yard. Good show, by the way. What kind of card deck? Wouldn't you like to know? It's like normal playing cards, but with sexy chicks printed on them. Alright then. Where do you even get that? Found it in my brother's room. He had it stashed in the back of a drawer. Classy show. Fetch. Do I look like I'm giving out freebies? But this stuff's all crusty anyway. Crusty? Nah, they're in pristine condition. Medicinally for the initiated, which you're not. Oh, you got a secret site over here. What's the name? Porn Poker League? That's catchy, I'll give you that. I don't think we should be talking about this. Right, aren't you, Bina? It's becoming a woman of Komsomol, to use such expressions. Becoming a man from Komsomol to carry stuff like that. Look who's speaking. And anyways, you gonna deal with that, just have us bombarded with snowballs? Pretty much. Are you 5? Why? It's payback for having me run your stupid errands. I think it's pretty fair. No, errands? Ah, right. Forgot to tell you yesterday. I called him right after we talked. Eh? He's coming with us to Air's apartment. Why? Oh, what? Yes, what she said. Yeah, my eyes dart from Garden to Murray, hoping that's all a joke. I knew we weren't exactly going to have fun, but I'd really rather not talk to him longer than I have to. Why? I have a sense that simply asking him to come inside won't work. That's what I'll have you use for Fadique's brainless brawn. Brainless? Me? Aren't you your... Huh? They're not, but thanks for your concern. If they were, since winter grades are mark of intellect, that's such an outdated idea. You know, Albert Einstein got really crappy grades and he's like the father of modern physics. He classes goes, Marina, are your grades really okay? That's a good idea, please. Okay, so they're not. I need more water. So, you know everything? Depends on what you mean by that. More or less, yes. He knows my theory. I know it's dumb. Didn't ask for an opinion. We'll just go and see if it has any ground. Wait, so you told Vadim about Ira's... What? Her illness? Don't worry, he won't tell anyone. How are you so sure? I won't. Huh? We have a promise. I'm not snitching. He owes me big time. That's kind of the reason he's here at all. Don't try and treat me like your lapdog now. I'm not doing anything for you after today. Yeah, whatever. I like Gagarin. Him knowing those things about Ira. Those really compromising, shameful things. It just doesn't sit right with me. I can't imagine the Gagarin I know helping something, keeping something so juicy to himself. Though then again, I couldn't imagine Gagarin feeling self-conscious about a prank that might have gone too far. Right? It's not like Gagarin is incapable of being honorable. Just that I'm entirely too prejudiced. Anyway, I always knew that chick was psycho. So she's a different type of crazy now. Big deal. That's how you want to spin it. Oh, by the way, what's with the kid? The kid? Her brother? You said you're going to ask him if she's home? Oh, right. How did it go? That about as well as you'd imagine. Figures. I mean, I saw Tolik when everyone came outside. Called him to defense, tried asking about his sister in like a gentle manner. You know, not too directly, but he got all cleaned up and ran away. Well, duh, what do you expect? This sounds nutty. Huh? It's not nutty. Oh, yeah? Sneaking to kindergarten to ask a preschooler if his parents are holding his big sister hostage is now normal? In what world? Hey, you make it sound so much worse than it was. I didn't see it like that at all. Who cares how you said it? It's the same thing. It's not. It is. It's obviously not. Totally is. It's not. It is. It's not. Okay, we're gonna stop that. Please stop. Yes, thank you. Right, what? You're acting like a freaking toddler. I'm acting like a toddler? What about you? I'm not the one who started it. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay. But, okay, so they're gonna I guess continue on without them. Despite that, we're sure. Yeah. Every bit. Nope, never been there. Aw, I told you we weren't that close. She's been at mine a couple times though. It's so unfair, right? It sure is. Maybe you'll see when she's back. Maybe. If she's not already home, she wants to add. I see in Marina's eyes. She's got her mind set on finding out the truth today. She'll peek into that flat no matter what. How do you know if anyone's home? We turned to Gar, who's flashing his cigarette a couple meters away. He still has some snow chunks stuck to his hood. Hey, I'm glad you asked. I had plenty of time to spare before going to kindergarten, so I stopped by the hospital and asked them about Nurse Grachevskia. So she works night shifts? Better. She hasn't come into work since the air disappeared. Huh? Hear that? Looks like my theory isn't so stupid after all, huh? It's still stupid. Marina sticks out her tongue. Why do you keep calling it that, Vadim? I don't think it's that dumb. You serious? She came up with a crazy conclusion, then twisted everything else to match. That's not true. Yeah. Sorry, Marina. It just sounded like a little bit like that. You can't have it. Yeah, that's true. Bold ideas. The alien crash landing in is a bold. So I believe it was a. Wait. What? So. Okay, what is. Was that the big comment thing? Tunguska. Okay, the Tunguska. Yeah, that was a big explosion. Now I'm reading about the explosion. Yeah, I mean that wasn't it like far away from everyone. Actually, I could see him doing that. But did they have lasers back then? They've proven to be okay. Just so why are they arguing about the meteor from 100 years ago? Yeah. Well, how would it explode in the air? Yeah. Yeah, because if it melted, I heard the theory a long time back that it was an antimatter, but I also don't think that would make sense because it would probably have exploded far sooner based on just like all the matter in space. Exchange comet theory? What is that? Okay. I'm glad she's having fun. Okay, can we get to Earth and see what happens there? Okay, so it's the same as all the other residential buildings in Vorkuta 5. A long 5-story block with the evenly spaced out canopies, and it's as based, it's hiding a metal door with a code lock and a bulletin board on the side. If someone took a photo of it and told me it's a house to be picture, I believed it without a second thought. Nevertheless, stepping closer to it, looking at it, knowing that this is the roof under which Era grew up, slept, and died, It almost fills me with a sense of reverence. You know the code? Yeah, my classmate lives in the same building. And what if we run into her? Calm down, we won't. Marina types in the code, the lock clicks, we're in. Yes, it looks like the same picture as Asta's house. It's slightly dark and warm. Now past familiar looking mailboxes, up a familiar looking staircase, one familiar looking floor after another, we make our way to Ira's apartment. Oh, it's on the same floor and in the same spot as mine. That's so cute. Huh. That's interesting. Marina takes a deep breath. Okay, I'll do the talking. You guys' job is to stand next to me and look polite. Understood? Yes, sir. I nod. Satisfied with the response, our negotiator fixes her hair and rings the doorbell. A couple seconds pass in silence. Marina is about to reach for the button a second time, but that's when I hear steps approaching from inside the flat. Then pause. We stand still. I can almost feel on my skin the person's gaze from the other side of the door scanning us through the peephole. Finally, there's a snap, and the door opens in a narrow light strip. A woman's face peers out, looking disheveled. Her tangled hair is the same shade as Ira's, so her mom, the nurse? Yes? Good afternoon. We're Ira's friends from class. We nod politely. Friends? Yes. Yes, we've been really worried about her. I can't imagine what it's been like for you. I didn't know she had friends at school. Why wouldn't she? Ira's the coolest girl I know. Right, guys? Yeah. Yes. The coolest and very kind. Agree. We went to the cafe like all the time. How come she never told you? In any case, I apologize if it's any inconvenience, but I promise I won't take you long. Last Monday I lent Ira one of my brother's books. If it's not too much trouble, I would like to have it back. He needs it for work. Sure. What's the name? On the Stability of Closed Systems. It's a paperback. On the stability of... She read things like that? I was surprised too. But it seems like she's been interested in structural dynamics for some time. Wish I had her passion. I'm just too dumb for stuff like that. Best I can do is share some studies. I see. Something softens in the woman's eyes. Okay, I'll go look. Oh, that's alright, we can. The door slams shut and we hear the sound of a turning lock. Then the steps retreat into the apartment. Great job. Shut up. Marina hisses quietly. Don't move yet. It's going as planned. Is it? To me it looks like we just got the door shut in our face. She said she's gonna look. Just wait. When she comes back empty-handed, we'll offer to search for it ourselves. She closed the lock just to go inside for a couple minutes. Think she'll let us in all willy-nilly? If my theory is right, she won't. That's when we'll have to force our way through, though. I'm counting on you, Verdique. Are you serious? What's that? Can't push back a fragile little lady? Of course not. It's just... Hush. She's here. The door opens again. The woman peeks out. There you go. Huh? A hand emerges from the slit holding a small softcover volume. Your book. Marina's face slowly moves between the tome and the woman's face. She reaches out and carefully accepts it. Thank you? Thank you for being friends with her. Slam, the door shuts. Marina flips through the book's pages absentmindedly. So, did you actually lend Ira that book? No, I don't think so, no. You don't think so? She shakes her head. She gives me a tome and starts digging through her bag for what must be the fourth time already. Where is it? Where the... I look down at the Stability of Closed Systems in my hand. Just like Marina said, it's a small paperback and a worn out one at that. The year of issue says 1966. I open the book on a random page. If we were to arrange the components in the order of cognition, the list would go as follows, starting from the highest: moral belief, prejudice, subjectivity, objectivity, the desire to create, the desire to change, the desire for happiness, the desire for status, ambition, confidence, self-esteem, self-image, the desire for kinship, the desire for family, the desire for intimacy, the desire for a healthy body, the desire for stable income, the desire for a plentiful resource, the desire for shelter, food, water, sleep, sex, procrastination, or procreation, excretion, breathing, homeostasis, soul. So they like all build from the lower ones. The exact sequence remains the subject of debate. That being said, the soul is ubiquitously accepted as the root for all cognition function at the time of writing. Each subsequent component follows from the root, is the result of which varying degrees of deviation from the base code, which... Okay, so yeah, soul is at the center. Are you digging for gold in there? I took our copy with me to show her mom in case we end up searching the room. But it's... She goes silent, her movement slowing to a halt. It's not here. She stares into her empty bag with an expression I've never seen. Then she lifts her head and takes the book from my hands. The way Marina looks at it is as if she's trying to compare the item in front of her eyes to the memory of the one she held this morning. Could be a different copy. She softly shakes her head. I don't know. Maybe you did lend it to her? Marina doesn't respond. I looked at Garn, but find myself unsure of what to make of his expression either. He wouldn't miss the opportunity to make a joke about this, right? Marina looks so lost it would be very cruel. No, it would be a very Garin thing to do. In a serious face. Seeing with a face like that is oddly disconcerting. So it worked? Huh? Marina quickly slips the book into her messenger and turns to us, wearing her usual chipper grin. Guess old habits die hard. And the same old airhead. You caught me, Asa. Looks like I got some things mixed up with all this weird crap going on. Well, that's okay. It happens to me too sometimes, right? Took you this long to realize you've got mush for brains? I guess people around you are too nice to point it out. Oh, well, thank God you're here to tell me how it is, Pradeek. Anyways, that was sure something, huh? Yeah, a whole lot of nothing is what it was. We didn't learn anything. Wrong. Did you see how our mom was acting? If you ask me, it's a little suspicious. You think so? Don't you? She was dead set on not letting us see a sliver of the flat. Why do you think that is? I understand what you're implying, but she must just be a private person. Ain't it obvious? She's sick of random people asking about her daughter. You two aren't wrong. I'm sure both of you are big contributing factors. But even then, I don't know about you, but to me something about her behavior seemed a little too paranoid. I thought privacy is all there is to it. I suppose I can see what you mean. What I'm saying is, even if she doesn't confirm my theory, it certainly doesn't disprove it. Sure, cool. Can I go home now? Stop right there. Who said you're off duty? Man, what else is there to do? Contact the yard directly, duh. That's what you're here for. Huh? I thought my job was to push past her mom or something. Nah, I didn't expect a direct approach so smoothly. We said to get that part of the way. Now, comrades, this is where the real action begins. The real action? Yep, follow me. I can hear Gar inside behind me. Okay, it's been like an hour and a half, so I'm going to call the stream here because I feel like this is going to get interesting. It'll be later, and then it's too late. So I'm going to stop the stream here. This game has been weird and fun, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe I will by the end. Who knows? I don't think Mario is just an airhead. Something weird is going on here. The reality is broken. This world is broken. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by. I hope you are sleeping well. And to everyone else, thank you for stopping by and lurking. And I will talk to you all next time.